Hello, it's Fiery Grace the Gifted. I'm here with a divine masculine channeled lover. As always, personalized letters and exclusives are available at thefierygrace.com. Let's find out what your divine masculine has for us today. Hi. I never thought that I would want anyone, anything like this. I never thought that I would start to look at creating a life with someone, building something as a goal, an aspiration, something that I could achieve, not something I just fell into, something I tried to achieve. I never thought of myself as a relationship person. I never saw myself being that. It never fit. And then you came along and you confused me. Because all of a sudden, you were so sure. You were so sure about us. You were so sure about me. And as much as it frustrated me, I was really sure about you. I knew that if ever I was willing, if ever I could try to have that kind of relationship, that kind of bond with someone, it would be with someone just like you. You see, I was basing my future on my past, and in the past, all I'd experienced was pain. No one ever gave me a reason to be loyal. No one ever gave me a reason to trust. So I was never thinking about building and creating. That wasn't logical. It wasn't a good move. And I couldn't trust anyone from my past to allow me to be vulnerable enough to stake my life, my future on a bond with them. But ever since you came along, my life is so different, and even my past looks different, and I just feel like everything changed. I spent so long trying to hold on to who I used to be, who I thought I was, and really the future I thought I was bound to have because of all of those things. And now I've been starting to feel a shift, but something in me knows that this has been here, that this new place, this new energy has been here for so long. I honestly can't tell if I was ignoring it or if I just didn't understand it, so I wouldn't have been able to get it. But I see it now. And I see how all the things that I used to deny I wanted and push out of my mind when they would kind of float in, I would say, no, that's not the right thing to think about. That's not the right space for me to be in given the state of my life. But it's different now. Now I know. Now I see that this new space that I'm in isn't really as new as I thought. I think it was hard to notice because, to be truthful, I don't have everything. To be honest with you, I thought that there was a lot more that I had to achieve in order to say, yeah, I'm ready for things that I never thought I needed or wanted. I thought that I could open my mind up to new opportunities once I got the things that I told myself I had to have. And I think that's why I didn't really notice what this was, not at first. Because it didn't meet those needs that I had, that I told myself I had. It didn't fit. And so it was hard to say to myself, yeah, this is real. This is important. Pay attention. I kind of just saw you and everything you brought into my life as a distraction from what I thought I needed. And I know that didn't help you very much. I can imagine that sometimes you felt like you were wasting time. At least I would have if I were you. Knowing you probably knew the whole time, but I don't know. I'd like to think that maybe you're not completely perfect and amazing, and that in some ways you did feel just as vulnerable as I felt, thinking I was going to have to make some sacrifice of everything I'd ever wanted in order to be with you. I really told myself that. I did. I told myself that there would be nothing I could keep, nothing I could hold on to, and that I would only be able to live in your existence, in your reality. But I realize now that that's not true. I mean, I am new to this, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. And I realize that when you tell me you want me to be happy, you're not just saying it to say it. You have to know that a lot of people say it just to say it, okay? A lot of people say, I want you to be happy, but what they really mean is, I want you to do what I say because I think it'll make you happy. A part of me still does wonder if there were things that you wanted for me, for you. But a part of me also knows that deep down, if it really came down to it, you would do whatever it took, and you would sacrifice whatever you had to so that I could be who I needed to be. So I'm new to this, but I'm not stupid. This is special. This is really, really important. And I just want you to know, I may not have always seen it, but I get it now. I may have misunderstood your motives, but not anymore. And I may be new to this idea of this sacred bond, it's unreal to think of what we are and what we have, but I feel like I can do it. I feel like it's right. And it's taken me a really long time to figure that out, but I've felt this way deep down for so long. I felt it when I met you. It was like you brought in this new sense of truth, this new sense of the dream coming to reality. I mean, there was something really powerful, something that sparked between us, and I don't know how I missed it. I think I was so afraid that you were everything I could want that I automatically assumed that it was an act. And then when you didn't change and you still were so loving and kind and so pure with me, I thought you were crazy. But now I look back and I think, wow, how can someone be a liar one day and crazy another? It just, it was me, you know? I was lying to myself. And I kept running against the grain and into this wall like a crazy person, telling myself that there was nothing real here. Watching you move and transform and be this powerhouse, watching you expand, watching you become something I couldn't even recognize, and yet I just knew I was wrong for so long. And all you've done is get better and better. All you've done is find new ways to love me when I found new ways to push you away. I've never been loved like that before. I've never been loved like this before. And a part of me thinks that maybe I'm not that far off, because how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know I could trust you? How was I supposed to know that I could believe you when you said that you loved me? How was I supposed to think that this was real when we live in this fake world, this world filled with nonsense? I look at you, and when I'm not trying to push you out of my mind and pretend that what we have isn't real, when I'm just letting myself be, just thinking about your smile, your joy, your laugh, those things aren't worth $1 in this world, not a dime, not a cent. And yet you make me feel more fulfilled than I ever have just by being happy. And when I know that I'm the cause, when I bring you joy, when I make you laugh, knowing that I'm the one who did that, I know how I feel about you, not because of the things that I don't know, seen over time, but because of the things that I pushed away and ignored over time, because of the things that I consistently tried to pretend did not exist. It was all proof to me when I finally just let myself admit it, that I am head over heels crazy in love with you. Do you know what that's done for me? Do you know how much that has changed in my life ever since I decided to just admit it and stop running? Do you know what I see for myself now? You sparked something in me that I don't think can ever be put out. I'm not just a better person because of you. And that's pretty important, you know. Being a good person that's great. I've never been one to think of myself as just a naturally good person. But you made me feel alive. You made me see that I have a purpose. You gave me inspiration and passion, and I don't even move like I used to move. I'm just so different. This isn't a fad or a phase. This is I'm a whole new person. You gave me power. It's like you activated some supercell inside of me, and I don't know, I just can't stop. I'm dreaming more than I ever have before. I feel like I keep walking into these new atmospheres in my life. It's the strangest feeling. It's like I'm on a new level every day, but I'm in the same place. It's I don't know how to explain it to you because I've never done this. I've never been here. I've never felt like this before. And I know that this is nothing new for you. I get it. You just get it. You just know, you feel it. You're amazing. I am only just now seeing that part of myself. I am only just now realizing my potential. I can only imagine who I'm going to be once this really sinks in. And for that, I will owe you forever. But that's the thing about you, you know, you won't let me feel indebted. You won't accept an IOU. I think you just need me to acknowledge me, which again, it's not normal. I'm not trying to make excuses for myself, and I'm not trying to write you off or anything. Can you just understand that this is weird? That the way that I feel doesn't really make sense, and it probably never will. And the love and the loyalty that you've shown me is strange. It's out of this world. I just I just needed you to know that lately I've kind of felt like I'm in shock. And I don't really know how to explain this feeling to you sometimes. And the more I get to know this thing, this love, this excitement, this passion, the more I see of me, the more amazed I am by you. Because this feels like I'm becoming more like you, even though I'm becoming more myself. And if you've been harnessing all this power and knowing all this for so long, if you've been so aware, then this means this is just the beginning for me, and I cannot even understand how you can handle it. How do you handle power like this? How do you walk around every day feeling happy and loved, and not question it and think something's gonna come down eventually. Everything falls, you know. I just feel weird not worrying about tomorrow, and not assuming that something's gonna go wrong for us. I know that sounds terrible, but that's my truth. You've been so sure for so long. I'm just now getting there, and I'm really in awe of you. I don't know how you did it. The whole world has been falling apart. Everything's been getting worse and worse, and somehow you just trusted. And here I am just getting started, and you're telling me this is small scale? This feeling of power and this newfound love, all of this is just level 1? How are you not more in shock? How are you not more confused, and how do you not see how weird this is? How did you make this normal? You know, the whole time I'm sitting here, and it's like I'm answering my own questions because I just know your love. So of course, feeling love and knowing love is real, and seeing how healing it can be, and I guess all of that is nothing new. But I feel like a kid in a candy store. I feel like my life has never been so beautiful. And it's all because of you. This whole time, I kept waiting for everything to get ruined so that I could go back to my quest for what I thought I was supposed to be pursuing, only for me to finally see the truth is you are everything I need and have always needed. You are everything I've been missing and didn't know was missing. You are it. And in your eyes for so long, I saw my future. I saw all the things I ever dreamed of, and I got so mad. I was mad that I had to go through any person because that was too vulnerable of a place for me to be, and I didn't feel like, with everything that had happened in my life, like I could really trust someone else with my entire future. And now that I've finally let go of that fear, I know I would never want anyone else to have my future but you, to hold my love but you. You are the most loyal, loving, kind-hearted, incredible person. And when I got over the feelings of not being good enough for you, and when I got over the feelings of thinking that I had to be a certain person or get to a certain level before I could really give myself to you, when I got over all the excuses, it was like my path had never been more clear. When I stopped thinking that I had to be unhappy until I got what I told myself I wanted, and I just gave in, everything changed. And I just need you to know that you did this. You never gave up. You never gave in to my nonsense. You stood your ground in your truth, in your love, and you did this for us. You did this for us. And I know that you would never ask for any repayment. I know that you would never expect anything from me. I know that you are love, and that love is why you do what you do and how you do what you do. But I will always be grateful to you. And I will always know that you did this for us. And I want you to remember that too. Because as much as I'd like to think that everything will be perfect from now on, I also have come to terms with the fact that, you know, there are still ups and downs in this life. But as long as I have you by my side, I know I'm safe. And now I make it my goal to do that for you. I want you to feel the way I feel right now, every day for the rest of our lives. I want you to feel the same inspiration and the same excitement. I want you to feel loved. I can't wait until I can show you that I can show you my gratitude, that I can show you who I really am, because I finally got to know myself. I can't wait. And once I get over the shock of seeing my future through a new lens and getting this brand new understanding of what life is really about, I'm going to do whatever it takes, because you're more than worth it. And you've done way more for me. I just want you to smile. I want you to feel this, and I'm going to do anything I can to make sure that happens. I love you. And I know you love me. I've never been happier in my entire life. And I've never been looking forward to tomorrow and the next day and the next day. I've never been more thrilled to know that you'll be by my side. It's changed me forever. So thank you.